Grotowa Elsa. Salokonier, Zil Grotowa Elsa. Slen, Team Fall. Alduinturi, Oanti Bogriha Suliksejun Kuzik. Ke Salokonier. Saloknir, hear my voice and despair. It's to be a real fight.
I'll be danged. You did it! Wait, something's happening. That's a ball! So you really are... Isn't it? You really are Dragonborn. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back. Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here. Really? Where? I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back. I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is. The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one. Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor? Before the Great War, the Blades helped the Empire against the Thalmor. Our Grand Master saw them as the greatest threat to Tamriel. At the time, that was true. Maybe it still is. So we fought them in the shadows, all across Tamriel. We thought we were more than a match for them. We were wrong. If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia. I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
What about Ulfric? Did you ever hear back from him?
No, but his housecarl sent us a letter.
Why didn't you tell me?
He thanked us for contacting him, but said they didn't need any more lumber at the moment.
Oh.
You see? That's why I didn't tell you. Oh, great. Another wanderer. Slumming it on your way to Windhelm.
Careful. We got the mill up and running before we found out that the big stand of trees on the hill was sacred. Now we can't cut them, and we can't afford to buy another mill somewhere else. So we scrounge whatever we can from around the tundra. We got the mill up and running before we found out that the big stand of trees on the hill was sacred.
The mine's always on the verge
All
of
right,
collapse. Good thing not here. Definitely not here. You want to learn? Join the college in Winterhold. They'll deal with it. Nosy one, huh? I was a mage back in Morrowind. I lend my talents to the mines here, helping them keep the tunnels safe. By Azura, it gets hot in there. I use frost salts for a potion to keep the heat bearable, but I'm out. If you want to go to the trouble, feel free. I suppose I could offer you a bit of free alteration training when you get back. Until next time.
see the world. But it's true in my case. I never bargain on seeing more than I like to.
This one needs something?
Work hard for the future, and leave the... But about 8 years now. I used to be a mercenary, but one trip to Ravenscar Hollow cured me of that. There's hag ravens in that cave with talons like daggers. They'll open your bowels quick as you wink if you let them get close. A creature like that'll make a man think long and hard about what he wants out of life. That's what I'm here for. What are you offering? Walking never hurt nobody. If you change your mind, I'll be here. If you're heading up to Solitude, you should stop to check out the view on your way.
Is this about
It's
the
a good
stables? My husband Gaiman handles the business.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. Or you'll...
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother
You
comes.
betrayed
Get
us!
on with it!
Not right now.
You should tell her that her uncle is
Traitor!
betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered...
I've been waiting for Rogvir's execution.
Opening that gate for
Talk to
Ulfric,
me later.
You
Go
betrayed
away.
the people of Solitude.
Traitor!
To speak!
I still can't believe he knew what he was doing when he opened that gate.
He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our
Man
right.
opens a gate and they
Such
cut
is
his
the
head off?
custom of Skyrim
Doesn't seem
and
right to
all
me.
lords.
Not right now.
That's my brother up there.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Not right now.
Rogvir, why did it have to be like this?
Some
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack.
Yes?
Tynes Grove this time.
Yes?
You wouldn't be a sellsword, would you? I have a little problem you could solve. Mind yourself in my city, friend. This here axe in full swing is a right terrible sight.
I still can't believe he knew what he was
We
doing.
should have drawn it out
Speaking
some
of
more.
harsh,
He deserved a
bards don't
slower
cut each
death.
other any slack, do you?
That's definitely
Doesn't seem
not in our
right to
nature.
me.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
It shouldn't have been like this.
When I was a young rascal, I broke a man's arm with a single punch.
We should have drawn it out some more. He deserved a
Oh,
slower
what
death.
delight. Another charming customer. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Clothes and raiment for the discerning customer. Finally.
Welcome to the center. Yes, my older brother, and the person you probably want to be speaking to right now. But really, since Torig's death, Falk Firebeard wields the true power of the Jarl's Court. My brother is nothing more than a pompous little fop. Oh, if you're looking for a good attitude, go see the bards. They'll fake it for you if nothing else. If you're looking for truth instead, see Noster. He's a good example of what life has to offer. And if you're just looking to feel good, go get some spiced wine from Yvette. But whatever you do, just leave me alone. We'll speak again later, if we must. Have you met my dear brother Eriker? The man's as trustworthy as a Khajiit goldmonger. Need something? Yes, I haven't got all day.
Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. You dirty thief! How dare you! Oh, what the... Oh, let me just drop everything to help you. I don't mind. Really. I can help with purchases, but if you've come to provide clothing for all of Solitude's most influential residents. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should see what we have available. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Raymond's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion. Breeches, gowns, clothes for any occasion, really. Clothes and raiment for the discerning customer. Thank you for your patronage. Huh? Never should have come here.
That's it? That's all you got?
No more! I yield! I yield! That's a bet!
Give up while you still can.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask. We provide clothing for breeches, gowns, clothes for any occasion, really. You're really going. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Rain. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion. Thank you for your patronage. Need something? Let's see if we can't find an outfit that suits you. I do hope you'll remain in solitude.
The city could do.
Oh, by all means, just leave your refuse wherever you see fit. Make it quick. Clothes and raiment for the discerning customer. Remember Radiant Raiment when you need a change of attire.
You know you can afford a septim or two.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter.
Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly keep track of all the people I've been meeting. Aye, but I'll be here in solitude for longer still. Fiata's skill as a Fletcher drew me to this place. I wanted to learn. And there is still much of Skyrim I wish to see. I hear there is a city, Windhelm, that is nearly white with... what do you call it? Oh yeah, snow. And far to the west lies a ruin, Volskag. Inside there's said to be a wall, black as night, and it speaks in the ancient dragon tongue. There are wonders in this place I never dreamed imaginable. Where the dragon attacked? We've heard rumors of death and fire from the skies, but no real news. Then we should soon be selling arrows by the bushel. A sword is no good against a dragon. Good to talk to a fellow traveler.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Plenty of fresh fish for you. Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire Company workers and those red wave thugs.
Plenty of ways to worship
Svari,
the divines,
yes.
as you know.
It's been hard on her. The girl misses her uncle.
How about I
I've tried to explain that Rodvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will. Take a look. These are troubled times. Be on your guard out there.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple. Or a tomato. Cabbage. That I do. I had a messenger from Dragon Bridge stop here on his way to the Blue Palace not too long ago. He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help. I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood Marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness. Come back when you figure out how to spend money. An apple to... Just what you see here. I'll always have fruit to buy, until it goes rotten. Then, I won't.
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you? Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it. Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something. Everything I got on display, really. Oh, yes. A secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any. Good luck out. There. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
Give away my fruit. As is, you'll have to pay, Roland.
Hey, wanna play tag? Hey, you wanna play a game?
Fruit. Fresh off the boat. The freshest in Skyrim.
Figures. You elders are always so boring.
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
I don't want to talk. Thanks. Papa talks about it some. Mom doesn't say much since Uncle Rodger died. He doesn't even go to temple anymore. I wish he would. At least that way she'd have people to talk to. Yeah, that's what Papa says too.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Fruit. Fresh off the boat. The freshest in Skyrim.
keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
You can't catch me.
Hey, wanna play tag?
Fresh fish.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I don't have anything to say. Dragon? Really? Was it big? Did it breathe fire? Oh wow, I knew it! I knew they were real! I have to remember to tell Papa.
The finest fish here. Caught daily.
Good evening. I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of subjects. I teach poetry.
It is. We train the bards you hear throughout the land. Viarmo is the head of the college and in charge of admissions.
Well, you've come to the right place. Ah, yes. Adonato's new work. Shorter than I expected, but words must be judged on merit, not length. I'll look over this later. Why don't you take this for your trouble?
Your solo performance is about a week away. I expect to hear your early rendition tomorrow. Understand?
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the head. Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people.
Now back to your practice.
When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard. Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. Not much, to be honest. Their return was a shock to us all. Gerard Germain has some tomes about them in the library, if you're interested. Not much, but as a bard, I find the whole affair depressing. There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragons. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times, but the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era. I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it. As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torrig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof. I wish you luck in finding the verse.
Don't set anything on fire, all right? Good to meet a prospective bard. He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then. That's good. We shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her and a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least, that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself. Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite.
Meals are served to bards at designated times. You look a little sturdier than most of the popinjays around here. You found the Bard's College kitchen. Congratulations.
Proud Spire Manor. Now there's a fine home. Up for sale, too.
If you're interested, talk to the...
Hey, wanna play tag?
Pardon me. Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore. But he wouldn't tell me why not.
Spiced wine.
The finest
taste
fish
of
here.
home and heart.
Caught daily.
May the divines guide and keep you.
Hello. True, I may look the part. Why, of course. Look, if you want arrows, we have them. But don't insult my intelligence. Take a look. Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
The Emperor... What is it, Red God? What is it?
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
I don't abide
General.
fancy clothes, but you look like you
people in your
might.
damn Jarls.
Here, Radiant Raiment
Sir?
has a large selection.
You can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir. Are you lost?
I remember you. You were at Helgen. Speak to Legate Ricca. I suspect we could use someone like you. I see. Then there's nothing further to discuss. If you change your mind, speak with the Legate. We need the rift. We need to regain control of it before we can march on Windhelm without worry about our rear guard. Ulfric's Stormcloak's head rolling away from his lifeless body. The Legion's always been here. Without us to keep order, the provinces would fall into barbarism and lawlessness. Especially Skyrim. Take, for example, Ulfric Stormcloak and his little rebellion. But rest assured, his days are numbered. I'm originally from Cyrodiil, sent here at the request of the Emperor himself. I'm often ordered to places with problems that need fixing. Now, while I'm certain this is all terribly interesting to you, I have important matters to attend.
Sir. You survived Helgen? General Tullius told me what happened. Not many made it out alive. I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion. Is that confidence or bravado? Confidence I can use. Bravado gets soldiers killed. We'll soon find out. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in. Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier. Something to report?
Damn. Stay sharp. Think you've got the metal, huh? Honestly, the Legion can use all the able bodies it can muster. We have our hands full. A dead king, a rebellion, and now dragons? Skyrim's a mess. If you're serious, you're in the right place. Our headquarters is in Castle Dower. Here you'll find General Tullius, commanding our forces in Skyrim. But talk to Legate Rika. She handles the local recruiting. Mm-hmm. Keep your guard up. Keep an eye out for trouble. It's only a matter of time.
The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the Empire and...
Staying safe, I hope. Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
There's nothing quite like a good vegetable. Vegetables are the food of
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. My sister Deeja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in. What an interesting idea. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and... Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Turn me in? For what? What crime's been committed? I'm just a tragic and very, very profitable event. If you're looking for opportunities to make some coin, well, I'm your man.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore. But he wouldn't tell me why not.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed. I'm too old to work, but that don't make me too old to drink.
I've got your back. Let's get going then.
Take too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own. He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do.
Good week, my boy. Loud customers mean good cheer, and good cheer means a full tip.
I have no business with you. Leave me.
Leave you to run the skeever, son.
Go away. I have more important things on my mind right now.
Out there I want to see.
I could run the skeever.
I don't like strangers.
As smart as you.
Don't be a silly girl. Running a bar
Ty-
is no job for a young lady.
What about Auntie Fida and Dragonbridge? She runs a bar and you said
Seems
she's
there's
one of your
always
favorite
more to
girls.
be done.
That's it. I'm not retiring.
I
Never.
showed up to
End of
watch,
discussion.
yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivian. Vivian Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me, and from that point forward, every time he'd beat me up, dump meat on my head, anything he could get away with. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that Jarl Elisif the Fair. Damn. That reminds me. I have a delivery to make to her. Save me a lot of trouble. Here. Take it to the Blue
If you
Palace.
need a good rumor or two.
I was done
think I can
talking
oblige.
anyway.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. I thought so. Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could... Magic. Otherwise, you can try the Jarl's Wizard. I wouldn't, though. Drink for the thirsty. Food for the hungry. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Hello, I'm Gisli. Yes, my older brother, and the person you probably want to be speaking to right now. But really, since Torig's death, Oh, if you're looking for truth instead, and if you're just looking to feel good,
Papa
go get some
says I won't
spiced
see
wine
Rob
from
here
Yvette.
anymore.
But whatever
Yeah,
you
next
do,
time.
just
Tell me why
leave me
not.
alone.
True. Your
We'll speak
typical
again later,
solitude
if
wench
we
is like the
must.
city itself. Stormy exterior, but the charms that lie
Feel
within.
free to make requests. Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for. Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace. You should think about staying the night. Corpulus keeps it clean.
So exciting when new folk come into town.
Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly
By
keep track of
blade
all
or
the
by
people
spell.
I've been meeting.
If you want it dead, I'll make it dead.
Good to talk
All
to
you
a
need
fellow
to do
traveler.
is pay my fee.
I'm a little busy at the
Envy is
moment.
lethal
I've
as
got
the
all sorts of
spell,
errands to run.
But deadlier still is the one who wields both. I wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion. My drums will lead our troops to victory. It's an honor to have Viarmo for instruction on drum, but it's far too... Viarmo is too concerned with precision. And why wouldn't I be the person who writes it?
Don't cut each other any slack, do you?
Farewell, stranger.
Not in our nature.
This drink's on me.
Oh, if you insist.
How dare you?
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? A stretch in the Castle Dower dungeon will straighten you right out.
Gotta keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man. Sometimes you just do what needs to be done. You don't have to hate a man to kill him. Though, admittedly, it helps. Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle-ready. Can any man hope to be ready for a dragon? I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up.
I see you have meditated on these subjects quite thoroughly. I shall not stop you, but please try to attend to your temple.
It's been my
Unless
honor
we
to
have
perform at the
specific
Blue
business,
Palace on
I'm
many
not
occasions.
interested.
His
Debts are
lordship
debts.
was quite
Either
the
he
admirer.
pays them, or his kind do. All right. Have it your way. Tell Arktiev to forget about the debt. Keep your sword arm strong. I'm too old to...
You've done a fine thing for me. You know, I used to be quite a warrior in my day. Let me show you a thing or two. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.